I'll start from agriculture, right? Agriculture has gone very deeply with tech enablement, and precision farming is a big one. And as we know, right, our global population is increasing, food demand is increasing, but land is not increasing. Our resources, basic resources are limited. So what we can do at best is improve productivity from the existing resources we have, right? Be it land, be it water, right? And that are limited resources. We can't expand them infinitely. And that's where technology comes in. And technology, especially some of the big companies, they have started leveraging technology in the big way. One could be, say, automated machines, right, which would work mostly on their own. So we have automated tractors, harvesters, sprayers, and all these machines are leveraging IoT data in a large scale. In previous company, John Deere, but other companies are also, Indian companies are also Mahindra and Mahindra and others have started leveraging. But so that is one area. How do we make machines more efficient? Machines' life should be expanded through one is predictive failure probability. Then how do we reduce the impact of machines on the ground? For example, we have built, in fact, tires which reduce the compaction of soil when machines work. And then we have built those sync technology where harvesters and tractors can run parallelly without drivers needed, right? So harvester
Wow.
is cutting, and then we have loader, which is unloading. So operations should work seamlessly without any break. That is the, say, goal here. Third area, that is resource optimization in terms of how much fertilizer do we need, how much, say, pesticides do we need, because we know, right, pesticides may not be good for, say, crop productivity or the health, and there are many regulations coming up. People are becoming more aware. So how do we, say, use minimal of those and or maybe optimal of those requirements? And that's where we have a lot of data, sensor data, remote sensing data in terms of crop health. Wherever only we see the need, say where crop is getting damaged through any pest infection, we spray there only. And then there are many companies who have started using drones for, say, pesticide, say, spray over those selected area rather than just spraying across, even on healthy crops, which don't require those spray. And that may damage their healthy, say, sprouts. So those technology has been used now heavily, I'll say, in many of the, say, pockets where, first of all, farmers can afford, and say, and then the ecosystem is there to leverage these, say, technologies. Coming back to supply chain, which I'll say very heavy, iron heavy industry, big ships, big containers, big tractors, but it has leveraged data and AI heavily. So one area is how do we optimize our supply chain? One example I'll give that we work in my previous company is, say, moving container, emptying container is, say, a waste of money, right? So because we are just moving air, we are spending fuel, we are spending space on the ships or trucks and others, but we are not earning. So how do we leverage containers, which generally, so global trade we know is mostly from east to west, although it is being disrupted now with different policies and tariffs issues, but so most of the finished good goes from east to west, and empty containers come from west to east, right? That's how the global trade is. But the challenge that we have is how do we move those empty containers to the nearest port where they can be filled to be sent to the nearest demand center? It's a big optimization exercise, and we have a lot of models and solutions working to optimize this. Second is how do we, say, predict our disruptions in the supply chain? We might have seen there were disruption in the Suez Canal when a ship got stuck, right? So how do we route our ship so that our supply center don't get disrupted? During COVID, we saw how we could stock up those supplies efficiently and prevent them from, say, getting destroyed. And also, IoT, as I say, is being leveraged heavily in predicting the quality of the goods inside refrigerated containers. Initially, it used to happen that when goods were packed in those containers, the quality of the goods could only be understood once they reach the destination port and they are open. But now we are using IoT and different sensor data, be it temperature, humidity, carbon dioxide presence, and real-time alerts, which goes to a box in the ship to say that this container is seeing more of carbon dioxide. This could be related to some spoilage in the good inside the container, and that creates an alert and invocation of remedial measures right there at the chip instead of waiting for container to reach the destination port. So these are real-time solutions that are being leveraged with technology, improving our supply chain effectiveness. Same with restaurant industry. It seems very, say, uh, human centric, but there is a lot of technology is going in enabling those, say, humans to become more effective, be it our demand prediction, be it our loyalty side, be it say menu recommendation system. We might have seen when we order online, right? A lot of pop-ups comes, maybe you would like to order this. So those are leveraged. And also automating our back of the house systems. So how do we use more of robots so that we can leverage the quantity that is required optimally? So we reduce food wastage. Food wastage in restaurant industry is a big area that everyone is working very hard. And then also, say, predicting demand because we don't want to store a lot, we don't want to store less. So if there is any event in, say, particular area, if there is a surge in demand coming up, how do we prepare for it proactively? So there are a lot of solutions through technology being worked in these areas. So a lot. And then if we want to enable, for example, a chef who is working on a new dish, how they can reach out to customers as soon as possible. They can create a dish, take photo, create, say, agent-driven, say, loyalty or marketing campaign right on the spot and send it to customers. So a lot of these innovations are happening in different areas. Yes, so these traditional industries are the best suited to be enabled by technology to improve their productivity and effectiveness.